Welcome back to the only Bitcoin trading analysis you're ever going to need. Guys, let's break down this move above. If you guys follow me on Twitter, you've already seen that. And if you're in the group, we know we talked about this move. Wasn't necessarily a prediction. What it was a scenario you had to watch out for. So I'll play you a quick clip.
This back up, well, I mean, if you do something like this and then come down.
The idea behind it is if we were to have made our way up, we were going to be looking for this to maybe trap some longs and then re-enter the range. We had a very clear range at the time. We came all the way back into it right here. And then what do you expect when you see that? You're looking to cycle it. One of the other thought processes behind this was actually, if we were to zoom out a little bit as well, and I'll do this on TradingView because it's just a little bit easier. We'll keep this fairly short and sweet, right? So we'd be looking at this range here. You can see that we are basically coming up into the point of control, right? So right here. We didn't formally cycle the range until about right now. So this was a preliminary drop into high time frame support, front running the range low, getting that push back into the point of control, trapping some overzealous longs here, using them as fuel to push down, make that lower low into the range low here. All right, so into last night, what we were looking for and expecting was while we were coming into support, and we had to be well aware of that between the only alert you should have had set is this $38,450 low. That is where my alert was. And so you can see that this is the alert that was set right here for your previous week low. All right, and that was before our live stream. Reason being is we were really just looking for this push down, get people extra bearish, wanted to see this level hold. That was going to provide you with the best trade. You did have to know that beneath you there was support. We didn't fill that support all the way out, which is all right. This is one of those scenarios where you can, you're using this as your gauge, right? This 38,450 level. So once you get that reclaim there, what you are doing is targeting a move up in the range. For me, 39,722, big level, then 40.3K, which this was the update that was given post live stream and the members only live stream last night. Was basically we were looking at 40.3K as the region, hence the return of our 6M1 40.3K level. So it is making a new return on the chart. It's been a very relevant level for us in general for quite some time. So the question is, where do we go from here? I do fully expect that if we claim 40.3K, we will make that push, right? That push will bring us up into this golden pocket area here at the 41,274 region, right? So if we just look at it like so, you can see that's your golden pocket as well. And if you were to look at the prior session range, you could see that that is also going to be your value area high. So really nice confluence there to say that if we are to claim this level on the chart, which it is a fairly material level, if you zoom out a little more, take a bigger section of price here, it is your point of control, right? So getting back above 40.3K is going to be the level that we need to get above. If you guys like this kind of analysis, really what you were looking for, someone said, was our only option to take a long. I said, yeah, it kind of is. It's a trade similar to that. But in reality, what you are looking for is the idea that you've set your alert, you know that you have a position that is exchanging hands. And if you stick around to the end of the video, you can actually view the live stream information that we give our members, and you guys can see the information that they're receiving that they can utilize during these situations coming down, taking these lows. You saw that a position was exchanging hands. You could see market makers filling positions. For me, the one thing I wanted to see was that dip below this level, get people off sides, use that as a push up. From there, we did have a few things that were in play as well as confirmations. Not only using that low, but you could have also notified that you had what's called a Dalton setup. This is or an 80-20 setup, however you want to look at it, and you do cycle the range from there. So it was a really, really clean, nice trade. I am under the impression that until certain grounds are regained, and for me that is realistically probably 41,274, because you really want to see price coming up and holding on to 39,722 at 40.3K. So this little zone of the chart here, which we've talked about before, does need to get flipped into support. If it gets flipped into support, we can challenge 41,274. Anything above 42,174 as a holding basis, like on a daily time frame where this becomes actual support, yeah, we probably are looking up to that 44,800 level, and then maybe even higher after that. So it is one of those things where you have to take it step by step. We have not done anything necessarily to change the direction at this time, but these are some really nice trades that you can take in the meantime. You just have to have a plan laid out for upside should it start to occur, and you have to know where you're wrong. So say this push does get all the way up to 41,274. You come back down, you give this section of the chart back up, this 40.3 and 39.722, kind of a $600 window, but it's been a fairly important window, as you can see. Then yeah, you're probably looking all the way back down to that 37,700 region, maybe lower. Anything below that, 36,270 is the level that I'm eyeballing. Today was a fib time as well for anyone that's been keeping up on the public live streams or just in the group. This was the 1-to-1 in fib time. Did not disappoint. We got a dump below the low and then a nice push. So really great day for volatility on the 1-to-1. Hopefully you guys have enjoyed this content. If you do enjoy it, do me a favor, like, subscribe, leave a comment down below. If you're interested in the group, the link is in the bio. And as always, we trade on Bybit. They're running an up to $3,000 deposit bonus till the end of May. That link is in the bio as well. Have a great day, guys.
Really nice trade here. If we take this low, right, and we fill out this golden pocket, come into the low of the range because we're living below certain areas, then yes, that is where my alert is, because that is the level that if we come down, I would like to see regained. It makes for a really easy swing failure pattern, right, like this, and then we're off. You've trapped people down in this region. The thing you have to be aware of is you have...
And in this candle here, have a look at this. There is 83 million volume in this candle here. Delta is, it's pretty negative, we can say. But the open interest is actually only 3.9. So what do we know when, I feel like I say this quite a bit in our streams and in the class streams, when there is really high volume and yet the open interest isn't really doing anything. What do we know when the open interest is stagnant? And I know it's negative 3.9 million, but 80 million volume went off in that candle. Well, we know that when a position is closed, for the open interest to stay stagnant, someone has to take that position, okay? And looking at this candle here, there's been a lot of, we can say longs close, okay? So there's been a lot of longs close in this candle here. And yet the open interest is flat. So someone's clearly taken those longs. I'm building a bullish idea here in your minds. Okay, so someone's taken.
But just understand that if you do reclaim this, the odds of you coming back to this 40.3K level conservatively are pretty good. Your high volume node really does come in a little bit above it, right around that 40.4K level, which was last week's weekly pivot, which I still have marked on my chart right here, right? So you can see how that really lines up very nicely. That's the stair step. If you get above this, I do think that at that point, barring a swing failure pattern up here of the highs in this region, you're going to challenge into that 41,274 quarter four low at that point. And